Audio's good? Great.
That's good.
We're already starting this off with me being a little bit high. We're having fun here. We are at the Hash World Cup. I actually got some notes here, chat. You know, we always have at least a light agenda. For those of you who don't know, Berlin might be one of the most exciting places in the world for cannabis right now. It has, I think, arguably the biggest cannabis show in the world at over 40,000 people coming to Mary Jane Berlin. They legalized, you know, it says here in my notes they legalized recreational cannabis just over a year ago, but it's not recreational.
Recreational.
It's medicinal. Like, it's a very, for the people in Cali at least who know these days, and actually for most Americans, this is very close to the Prop 215 THCA days that are just about to end in the US. It's kind of what just opened up here. It is a market where it is not illegal, it seems like, to produce. They have a lot of gray area now. You can legally smoke in the street, as far as I can tell, which is amazing. Berlin is a city of beautiful parks and stuff, so it's kind of cool. And yeah, it's a special place in Europe where you can do things this legally. So we've seen we've seen legal clubs forming. Um, what else have we seen? God, I'm high, chat. You know, I said I've been smoking today. I've been smoking. I completely lost my place in my notes, but that's okay. Yeah, they got legal clubs. They have pharmacies experimenting with regulated sales. Somebody told me that they um, were able to get their Canada medical card honored here, and were able to get their stuff here, which is kind of crazy. Again, I have to confirm a lot of these things, but right now you're with me as I'm learning, not before I fully develop my opinion. This is my third day out here, not even. Um, we also heard of somebody who legally flew from Canada with a legal amount of weed and brought it here. I believe completely following a legal process. Should maybe do a piece on that, but like,
I did. David, the homies who were talking about they import from Canada a lot of stuff over here, and it's all like legal. And it got stopped, and they were like, "We got all the paperwork for it."
yeah, no, he was like, no, I just put my shit in the bag, and it's like, go ahead. This is all legal from one place to another. It's kind of wild. It's to me the indicator of the world I want to see. You can easily bring a bottle of alcohol with you from one country to another. You can't bring a U-Haul of cigarettes with you from one country to another, but you could bring a carton of cigarettes. And I dream of a day when I can go from one country to another, take my beloved weed or my beloved hash, and just show up and be able to consume as I want. Or at least have a little bit, you know, like a reasonable amount for a vacation time. We're already seeing some of that happening here. So in some ways, Germany is just opening up. It's this gray area where people are figuring things out. But in other ways, it's kind of leading the charge with open use in public, with being open to people legally bringing their stuff here into this country. Um, it's a very cool scene. I'm definitely impressed. And there are really promising hash makers here. The scene is growing super quick. So let me see what else I have in my notes. Um, yeah, I was here 2 years ago. And 2 years ago was really underground. I must have met four hash makers, and I'm sure there's more than four people making hash that can get to Berlin for Mary Jane, right? 2 years ago. But there weren't many. And as far as contemporary hash goes and seeing people that were doing it, I think I met four people 2 years ago. I'm meeting so many more now. And those same people that were making hash 2 years ago are so much better. They've gone from making rosin that was pretty good to melt. That's pretty fucking impressive. The scene is growing quick, and I think this is a beautiful moment for all of Europe. There's a chance here that what's happening in Germany might keep expanding to other countries. And if they go wreck, I think it's going to be the first domino to fall amongst many. So super exciting. Chelsea. Thanks, bud. Chelsea's a very loud talker. Nobody's wondering where Chelsea's from when she walks around Germany. They're like, she's from New Jersey. I think that's the one thing. Oh, sorry.
Go on chat, because I didn't say a word, chat.
I didn't say a word, but I heard you screaming. You're all good, bud. I'm saying everybody in Germany knows you're from New Jersey with your volume. Anyways, all right. Let's see. I got to check chat on my phone. So let's see. Close up of the daybreak. I mean, I'd have to have Wody do it. That's right, chat. We're here with the way. I mean, do you want to bring it closer to the camera? You know, there it is. Clocked in from Minnesota. Minnesota up and early Adam, man. I hear only southern Germany is more conservative, so got to be more careful. One of the more impressive hash makers that I've met is from that area. Also, another company from I don't know if it's South Germany, but I'm guessing is a more conservative area. Is Rohr, where it's a place that there's not a lot going on. I believe they're out of Mannheim, right? Rohr? Does anybody know? Probably not. But I believe they're out of Mannheim, and that's also a pretty conservative place. So things change. We're in the United States where there are so many legal markets, and even though there's so many legal markets, and even though there are some that are still illegal, and there are some that are trying to maybe push back on the gray areas and keep it still under prohibition, their days are limited. It's not going to be the way forever. And I believe cannabis is 70% popular amongst voters. Like 70% of people, whether they want to use it or not, they want it to be legal. They don't see any reason why it's illegal. And I think when something is that popular, you can't let it will eventually consume politics. It will eventually be something that if you're against it, you have to have a lot of other stuff to offer. And so I don't really see cannabis making it another 20 years of being illegal in the United States. And I think there's a chance that Europe beats us there. I could see a reality where Europe advances on an EU level to protect cannabis users, potentially before the United States. But this is a big moment. It's really, really exciting to be here. It's cool to feel as safe as we do consuming. And, even in front of our hotel, we're consuming and people will go and from the hotel staff and be like, we have people over here, some families staying at the hotel. Would you mind moving off to the side? It's a very respectful conversation. People here are figuring out how to coexist with cannabis users, whereas before it was really done in the dark. So really cool experience here. This is really seeing a new culture and a new community being born in a country, and then seeing how that country reacts to it. Coming from the Berlin angle, it's very cool. I don't know if that's the way it's going in every other city here in Germany, but being in Berlin, it's cool to see both sides learning. Cannabis consumers seeing how they can safely consume in public and trying to honor others, and people seeing and respecting their usage and trying to have respectful conversations about it. I fuck with it. It's a beautiful thing. Let's jump in maybe and take a dab. I really hope it's not a roach. I really hope it's not a roach. Listen, chat, we're in a Berlin club right now, all right? I'm sitting on a questionable couch, chat. It's on this right here. There's a little thing going around. Oh, it's fine. You didn't have to you see it? Is it a roach though?
I don't think so. It was like a little bug.
All right. If it's a bug, let it live.
Bug.
Let it live. It's probably too late for that, but
Too late.
I'm very triggered by roaches, chat. Very triggered by. I think most people are, but I'm especially triggered by them. All right. What else we got? Hash World Cup, man. Holy shit. This is the first Hash World Cup. Considering that it's the first one, I'm crazy impressed with how many people are here, the quality of the hash makers here. I already saw a jar from the melt table, blew my mind. I think it might be air-dried sour diesel. It's not the craziest on the sour terps, but I know they're in there. Super fucking cool. Yeah, what else on Hash World Cup? I'm high, Chad. I think I gotta smoke more. Gotta smoke more to keep it going. All right. Yeah, this is the inaugural year of the event. Yeah, I gotta stop fucking reading my notes because it's just getting in the way. Hash World Cup is amazing. It is a vibe here. The people here are fucking dope. There are plenty of German hash makers. There are a lot of people from around the globe. We have a lot of friends coming through. I see one of them right over there. I don't know if this dude's ever been on camera before, or on camera much, but he is literally the dude who grows my favorite flower in the country. I'm not gonna say it's the best. Like, to me, it's, obviously there's a reason that I smoke it as much as I do. But we have a lot of other friends here today, so I think we should have on a few. Wrangle who? Fran? Oh, Julie. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it. And I'll throw my Zin in the roach bin. I gotta check my. Listen, we're in a not German. We're in a Berlin club, chat. I don't know. Look up Berlin. Google what happens in Berlin clubs, and that's kind of the smell and vibe of this place. You know what I mean? What you read online, you're like, I see this happening here. This is not coming from a place of judgment. Don't you accuse me of that, chat, that I'm not looking at and have no idea if you said it. This is coming from a place of being, in a new environment for myself. I want to show him the couch, but
Trying to hit these clubs this weekend?
I are you hitting the clubs this weekend?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happens. I got the ink for it, so.
You do, yeah. They're looking for your type of tattoos, huh?
Yeah.
You got the I don't know if my.
I said, is Bergheim all the hype? And he said, there's a reason that they talk about it all over the world. And so I feel like I gotta know.
Oh, so you're gonna try to get into Bergheim?
Maybe.
Wow.
I'm looking for a plug right now.
Wow, Jeremy, you're gonna have to put on some leather.
No, well, it's like what is it? Minimalist Matrix is the vibe.
Minimalist Matrix.
Yeah.
Minimalist Matrix. Okay.
It's not Kit Kat. It's more like a techno.
Okay. All right, Juliana, come on.
Okay.
Let's go. We're hearing about Bergheim.
I'm so shy in the cameras.
It's okay. It's okay.
SOS, I don't have any more voice.
Chat saying. Chat. Let's see what chat's saying. Is the single be live on the beer? Is the single be right back?
Okay, what we're going to talk, prepare me, please. 30 seconds.
No, we're here. We're live.
Ciao.
This is Juliana, chat. This is the person who's putting on Hash World Cup. We're good, right? With audio and stuff? Yeah, you worked hard to put this together. You're in the middle of it now. The competition is going. People are judging. Can you just explain Hash World Cup to the people and what your vision is?
Of course. Okay, I think that the vision is just create, as usual, and as I like, a safe space for the community. And taking advantage of some experience that I have through Ego Clash, try to create a better format and more transparent format for all the community, where the people can appreciate and I can also learning from the experience. This is the main goal from this cup, create a beautiful, safe space for learning and also for do networking and help each other.
And I didn't mention this, but Juliana is the person who's been putting on Ego Clash in Spain since 2017.
I started first one. I has been present in California. 2018 was the first edition that I really helped in California, and since 2018 we also bring Ego Clash in Barcelona, Spain. This means yes, already 7 years. I think.
7 years
doing it in Barcelona.
And this would be the 8th year. Or this is the 7th year.
No, this was
this is the 8th year of Juliana putting on cups, and there's a reason why all the goats come out to her cups. Who are some of the brands that you're happy to see here today, or hash makers that you're proud came through?
Yes, there is five hash makers in there. I always very grateful that the people come from very far away and they bring their art. We have people, I'm going to start from my own country, Colombia Exotics. I truly feel like he's
the man. Yeah, he's Colombia Exotics. As soon as I saw him today, I'm like, bro, I'm going on vacation to Colombia. I need to see you when I go. He makes the diamond runts.
Very sour terps.
Yeah, really sour terps. Blew my mind to see them when I was in South America. And he's here and he places well in every competition.
Oh, wow.
He's always
plays
top 5,
this year,
top 6.
This year he plays it in Ego Clash.
He plays first?
No, he plays third.
Third
but
place.
This is amazing. No, Rosin this year.
In rosin, that's hard.
With the genetic from a very good friend, that this is a teamwork, it's not one person, that is bad professor. that is also one of the best hash makers in
And Bud Professor, where did he place?
first.
And who did second? This rosin, yeah?
No, this he placed it in water hash.
In water hash.
Colombia Exotic placed it in rosin with the genetic from Bad Professor, and Bad Professor played in melt with his own genetics.
So like it's one of the coolest things about the competitions that you throw is Americans have dominated for so long in contemporary hash. We had the early start in the 2010s. People have really tried to do what Americans do, but now when you go to different countries for these competitions, you're seeing somebody who grew and washed and pressed everything in Colombia win a competition that has everybody from across the world coming in. And same with Bud Professor with Melt, right? Like he's local to Spain, I
Yes.
believe, yeah?
Yes.
And in Spain, he did first place Melt, a little bit of an advantage because his is going to be the freshest at the table. But it's my favorite things about your competitions is you don't have to travel the world to go and see the best terps from across the world. You really just have to go to one of your competitions to see it, if you can get invited, you know?
This is always
yeah.
important. But yes, we are very privileged. You know, I'm very privileged in this. I have the support from all the main growers and hash makers. I want to think that they truly appreciate the possibility to have these spaces and they really enjoy sharing their art. This means that I'm forever grateful with everyone involved in the events that I try to create.
Amazing. Chat, any questions for Juliana while she's here? I might rip a dab. I don't even have.
Can you move your mic to the other side?
Sure. I could try to. I don't have any hash to rip a dab with. Is it maybe the fan?
No, it's because you're looking this way talking to her.
Gotcha.
We are not in camp now, no?
How's that? How's that, chat? Any better?
Yeah, people said it got better.
Okay, cool. Great. Oh, now it's getting my beard. I gotta move it. Yeah, I'll move it lower. You know, chat, this isn't HBO. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we have when I see some other streamers, I feel like we're still pretty, like, organized. I'm like, I think we'll just set up a camera and just go. Yeah, we got a lot happening. Let's see if Chad has any questions. Easiest way to join the hash community in Barcelona as a tourist? This is actually a question I get a lot. People are like, okay, you talk about Barcelona, you talk about how amazing it is, how many terps are there. How do I get into a club? What do I do? And it's a hard question. You know, I'll answer some of that, or at least give some context as an American. In Barcelona, they're almost moving backwards. There's less clubs now in Barcelona than there
Yes.
were 3 years ago. The number used to be 350. I'm guessing it's significantly below 300 now. And it seems
Or less.
It,
Yes.
it seems like it's going to keep shrinking. And you know, when I talk about Barcelona having these clubs that become community centers, it's not because like this is a community center, all are welcome. It's a community center that you almost have to know someone to get in,
Exactly.
because the risk is so high that if the wrong person gets in there, even with the person asking this question, we don't know if it's somebody who has the intention
Agreed.
of harming these clubs. So keeping that in mind and knowing that you can't just say, well, go here and say you know me or something like this. You know, I'm sure people might go into a club and be like, I know Roger. I know that poor Uncle's Farms is like, bro, I don't care.
Yes.
I've had to have celebrities message me outside of Uncle's Farms and be like, bro, can you please tell them they won't believe
They
me?
won't. Yes.
Um,
Also, how works normally is that if you know the person normally contact the club for
That-
make
yeah.
sure that it's coming someone from their part, because
Yeah.
you're right. You know, the only way that we can be totally sure that this person could be trustful is that he comes from other person that we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not like the most effective way to grow a community, but it's what they're doing to protect
safe.
themselves. How could people enter the hash community or cannabis community in Barcelona without trying to just walk into a club? Are there any events, any places where you think you can say, hey, these are good places to meet other like-minded people?
Well, I think that right now and after little 15 years that exist the clubs, the easy way to access to the hash communities through the clubs. Why? Because in Spain it's not regulate cannabis, it's not regulate the hash. We cannot create events in public place. We cannot create safe spaces outside to the clubs. And I consider that yes, the most effective way to join the hash community in Barcelona is through a club. And for this, yes, it's true, you need to know someone that is already part of this club that can just get you in.
I would say like a quick story, chat. I remember we were out. I think you were there for this. We were out in front of my hotel in Barcelona. We're all smoking, and two people walk over and they're like, "Oh my God, you guys are smoking, bro. Where can we get this? We don't know where to go." And they were really drunk and loud, and their energy was off. And they have no idea that they're speaking to Juliana, who's like the most connected person I know in Barcelona. She can walk in anywhere. And they don't know that they're speaking to me that also has my own connections. And their energy was off. And if their energy was good and we were like, "Oh, you're cool. Here, smoke this. Damn, you
Of
do
course.
smoke." We would have been like, you know
We
what?
love to share, I mean,
Yeah,
like, of
there,
course.
there's a club 8 blocks away. We'll send somebody a message. Go there right now, register, and then you'll be able to get in whenever you want. And I would say that if you know no one, that's already tough. Most cannabis
Yeah.
users know other cannabis users. If you've heard about Barcelona, you probably heard of some of it through your friends. And it's best to tap your friends' networks. They'll know where you can get in. Some clubs are more open than others. They want business and they're not doing so well. And they'll look to get your business. For instance, if you go to Spanibus, at Spanibus, they're handing out ads for clubs. Come here,
Absolutely,
you're
yes.
at Spanibus. Scan this thing, we'll register you.
And also Instagram now becomes a tool that
Yeah.
you can access in an easy way to situations that just 6 years
Yeah.
ago don't was able through
Yeah.
platforms like social
And
media.
just remember, this isn't like alcohol where you could just say, "What's your favorite bar? Where do you go?" This is like alcohol was during Prohibition. Nobody wants somebody coming in and ruining everybody else's access. So when you go to these places, you have to appreciate that people are protected. You don't, like in California, get a weed maps, even though here there's probably something with weed
Yeah.
maps, I'm sure. You don't get to just go and say, "I'm just going to show up here and do this." You have to act like you're still in a world where what we're doing isn't 100% legal. And there's no place
Because
where that
it's
is
not.
true in Spain. Yeah,
And
exactly.
because it's not legal.
Even here in Berlin, like I believe that we're ordering some weed from a delivery service, and that delivery service
This
is
was
like,
cool.
we're
This
not
was
we're not
cool.
going to be around next week, right? Or like they're saying they're closing down, might close down.
Might.
Oh,
That's the world we're in, you know.
because
Like,
it's not working.
Took 45 minutes to fill out a survey, and it showed up on our doorstep from Uber Eats.
This
Yeah,
is cool. This is
it's-
easy.
yeah.
This is very cool.
you know, so like we're still. I know that there are people that grew up in states where it's been legal since they were legal to consume. That's not the world we're in, and you can't really bring that energy when you go to different places. People are nervous. Some people don't want to be on camera for anything, even though what they're doing is totally legal. And I encourage all of you to carry that energy. But like Juliana said, are there drones?
Yeah, it seems like there is a drone around.
Every day I get more nervous when I hear drones.
No,
Every
no,
day.
but this drone, I heard this drone
Okay.
for the cup.
All right.
It's a safe one.
All right, it's not Russia, right?
No, no, no.
Okay, just making sure. We're not going down that rabbit hole, chat. I think there's even our freedom of speech here is, anyways. All right, so we're being very careful, chat. Cool. Well, thank you, Juliana. Hash
thank
World
you.
Cup. This is the first one. I can tell you next year this is going to be a massive show. You're probably going to make it more of an opportunity for people to come in that just want to come, meet hash
Well,
makers.
the other year was, I just, in my mind, was nice to have just 10 entries. But this year we have just 28 rosin, 16 water hash in our first edition. I mean, like, I think that
Yeah.
is a good possibility to keep growing.
Yeah, this is a great start. And if you were considering going to Berlin for Mary Jane, I think that Hash World Cup is definitely going to continue. And I think there's going to
yes.
be some heaters that come out of this. I already saw some hash here that blew my mind. So, and we're going to show you all the entries today.
Yes, exactly.
On stream, chat. So we're going to go through all of it. I was going to go through a good amount of it, with some people who are currently running a little bit late. So we'll wing it. Let's maybe take a quick break. Quick 5 minutes, chat. Right? Set a 5-minute timer, Wody. So like, because you know they're gonna be up my ass. You guys are like, you know, there's a reason I became a founder and CEO. I don't like having a boss, chat. So when y'all are like, he's late, you know, I got a job to get to, bro. We're working. 5 minutes, chat.
I just want to
5
say
minutes.
one thing.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much to you. Thank you so much
Oh,
for PAFCO because since 2018 are supporting all the safest.
We can't be late. All right, we're back. Right on time, too, by the way. And who said it? Somebody had a bar in here. Damn, I missed it. Hold on. Yeah, Jake the Snake. When you're a business owner, everyone is your boss. You're right. You're right. But I would never have a job where somebody told me to be on time always because I would fail at that job. Anyways, we have the man, the legend here, Fideli. Fidel, I'm just curious if you could drop some game on Germany, man. You're here. Is this your first time here?
It's my first time in Germany, right?
Okay, yeah.
I've got to see the German cannabis community come out to Barcelona, come out to LA. I've seen the community grow within that, and I've heard how things were last year over here, and I'm out here just to experience it. And to be honest with you, people are like so open, so loving. Like I've been recognized on the streets a few times, which caught me.
You have been.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's pretty
Okay.
dope. German people are really dope. Cool,
Yeah.
dope.
How have you seen any of like the local hash and flower yet?
Flower, I have. I've seen a little bit of flower. It's cool. It's in this transitional phase where like they know what they need to do to crack the next level, and they're on the cusp of it. You know, like
They're getting there.
They're getting there. They're getting there for sure.
Sick. Anything you've seen here so far? Any brands you've seen that you're like, damn? This
Not
is
yet.
kinda cool.
I haven't.
You're still here early. You've
Yeah.
only been here for 2 days, man.
I've only
so
been
it's
here
like-
for 2 days, but I'm really eager to see what the growers are bringing to the table. If there's hash makers out here, like I want to see it, man. Pull up to Mary
Yeah.
Jane Berlin tomorrow. I want
Fideli
to see
is
that.
very recognizable, man.
Yeah.
So if you see him, please show him the Terps. I've already seen a lot
Yeah.
of great things from Germany. I do think I have some in my bag. If you can bring some over, it's that big tote, the black tote. Yeah.
Definitely would.
I think I brought some with me. Let me
I would
see.
love to try something. You know, Germans are eager to learn more. I'm here as a fan this year. You know, I'm not doing any special.
Yeah, you have no
events.
booth,
Yeah,
nothing. You're literally just here for them.
I'm walking. I'm gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna talk to strangers. Come ask me questions. I want to give game to people. You know, give shortcuts to people.
So I actually, this is Herbstrax. This is a company I saw 2 years ago when I was out here. This is probably one of the better German hash makers
Okay,
there are.
okay.
Is that the sour spritzer?
This is the yellow melon.
Yellow
Yeah,
melon.
Forbidden fruit times banana Skittles.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We got sour spritzer times sour diesel.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like a melt guy? Like what's your preference?
If I had to pick one thing forever, it's melt. I like
Okay.
switching in between the two because I feel like if I smoke a lot of melt, I get a sleepier, tougher to recover from high. But I think I don't get as much from rosin. That lit you up.
That is nuts.
Dab it.
That is nuts.
Dab it. I'll dab it with you.
I would pay any amount anywhere in the world for this.
No way.
Yes.
Wow. That's high
Yeah.
praise, bro. Fideli knows his terps.
Yeah.
Let's throw some of it on the hash cam.
Yeah, let's hash cam it, dab it.
Ooh, the hash cam is fucking locked in today. Chat, look at that. Don't mind that little piece of particulate over there.
Ooey gooey.
The jar's been open a few times, so like I'm not gonna judge it for
Yeah.
that little piece that could be mine. Oh, or that. Hey, listen, man. The hash cam is gonna show the flaws.
Hash cam is made to make people better in some cases.
Yeah,
you feel
I
me?
mean,
So
I can't imagine how hard it is to make a jar absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
But you know, this is when you're in new markets, you got to come with a bit of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
you can't sit here and be like, "Oh, there's a little piece in here." I've been to markets where they show me their hash and their fucking finger, or like they yeah. So this does smell amazing. It smells
Yeah.
even better than when I got it yesterday. Do I have a hot knife here? I must, right?
I'm a big fan of cold cure for this reason. You know, you get every bit of it to come out.
So you're a rosin guy.
I'm a
Melt
rosin
versus
guy.
rosin. You prefer rosin.
Guys, I consume 5 to 8 grams of rosin a day.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well, the
'cause
hash holes.
I'm hash
The
holing
hash
it.
holes,
I'll be dabbing
yeah.
it to cap off the night, but I'm hash holing
5
it.
to 8 grams
Yeah,
of rosin.
yeah.
Holy shit. That is crazy because you just turned this into 2 joints, right?
Something like that, yeah. 2,
Or a
maybe
joint.
3.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Damn. Here, help yourself to.
Yes.
This is yours. This
Thank
hasn't
you.
been used yet.
Big ting. We're going in.
Yeah, let me drop this in too. I see that little piece over there.
Taking
Pretty
it.
great. Herb Strax. Can you drop that into the chat, Lodi? Herb Strax. This is, you know, this is one of those things you're going to hear first on Jar Check. You really heard it first a couple years ago. But Herb Strax is one of those brands, man. Seeing you light up on a jar like that is pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a natural reaction. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Yeah, the melt, I love melt, man.
I get higher smoking on camera.
Do you really?
Yeah, I love it.
Really?
Yeah. Smoking on camera and having a conversation enhances the high. Whereas
It
like
enhances
smoking
it.
by
Yeah,
yourself.
I agree. I agree. You meant it in a good way, not like
Yeah,
it
in a
knocks
good
you
way,
out.
yeah.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, man. Thank you.
Sour spritzer indeed. Sour on the back end.
Whew. Dab count of 2, by the way, now. All right, we're getting to that Dunsky. Easy today. Easy. That's sick, man. Well, I'm excited for you to see more brands out here.
Me too. I think it's a cool time to be alive, man. I'm
So
fortunate.
this dude who was
2025.
here, the dude who put on, there's some other event going on right now. This dude Knusper, he's not here right now. It's a bummer. I was really excited to show you guys his hash. He has another event literally happening in a second. Brought a lemon limes chem dog. I don't really fuck with lemon limes. It's good. It doesn't taste like the name. Like, it has some lemon to it, but that's sweet lemon. This shit was like Sprite, bro. I don't even know where the fucking chem dog was in it. And it was water hash. I know if you would have smelled that, you'd immediately be like, nah, bro, we gotta talk. What's the barter? Like, what are we doing?
That's special. I'm a big limes
sorry.
guy. For me, anything lemon and limey, I'm
This
not a
is
fan
the
of.
one. When I will be an event, are you gonna go to another event today?
Yeah.
He'll be
touchdown.
there. I'm gonna ask him to pull it out. You're gonna lose your fucking shit. Shout out to Knusper. Can we also drop him in the chat? That's one that's unfortunately missing from Jar Check. I should have just pulled him on first. That would have been the. I didn't smoke it, so I can't call it my favorite jar Check, man. But it's already in my #1 spot. Anyways, my boy Fideli,
bro.
thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep. Much love to everybody, man.
Yeah, we'll do a quick 2-minute break. Yeah. Okay. Like, do you want to get in? He's like, if I have to. My boy's tired, bro. Are we live?
We're live.
We're live. All right. My guy's tired, bro. So you saw him originally a couple years ago when we featured Germany, and bro's been cooking ever since. Social lounges. I mean, some absolutely incredible melts. You're throwing multiple events this week. It's been a hard. It's tough when everyone comes to your city for cannabis events, but I'm assuming it's especially tough for you.
It's
on
fun
this
too.
one. It's fun too. Okay, great. Yeah, great attitude. Well, you were just about to leave. This hash I was going crazy on, and if you, yo, admin, can you call Fideli? I think I want him to see this too. Yeah, he needs to. This is the lemon lime sour. Lemon lime sour.
Lemon lime sour.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Bro, no, it's
Thank you.
this might be, listen, the jar check is barely started. I've only seen one other jar. This is the favorite thing I've smelled. Can I take a dab?
Sure.
I'm gonna do it with a fresh hot knife.
Help yourself.
This one's mine, yeah. Anyways, can you tell us a little bit about your brands or like, you know, the things that you've been working on here in Germany? You don't have to say too much or whatever you want, but I think you're doing a few incredible things.
The thing I'm mostly working on, like this brand is Knusper.
Yep.
Where's the camera here?
Knusper? Right there. Yeah.
We do rosin under this brand together with a friend. He's the grower and hash maker. Used to be into hash making, but I'm mostly socializing and throwing events and having a lounge and having this shop. That was my project of the last month.
Okay. Let's show
to have that glass and art shop and connect these things with cannabis.
Yeah, your club is beautiful.
And above, the club is not my club, but above my shop we have a
Above the
club,
shop.
and
Got
I'm
it.
involved in that, but I wouldn't call it mine. But
If you need
it's,
Puffco
part of my
products,
product is part of my project. Yes.
you can catch Puffco products at his shop. You can catch an incredible mothership collection. Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
You have some
Oh yeah, I'm pretty proud
standout
of that
pieces.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really incredible accessories that like I feel like it's a way cooler shop than you would see in a lot of places in the US.
Thank you.
You're
I
not-
highly appreciate that.
you're not gonna-
It's not even done yet.
But even in the US we have like Galaxy Gas and 7.0 being sold at our head shops, and at his shop you have fine art and accessories and clothing, and it's a vibe. It's a really dope place.
Thank you.
It's ahead of the curve. You're already ahead of the United States
Thank
in what
you.
you're building. Let's throw this on the hash cam chat, shall we?
Oh wow, yes.
Hold on, let me zoom in.
Oh shit, looks good, huh?
Yeah. Fidel, yeah, I'm gonna move over. I just want to get this. Boom! Look at that. Have you met Fidel before?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool. So, Chris knows Fidel. This is what I'm smoking on, chat. This is that lemon lime sour diesel. To me, it almost smells like Sprite. Let's see what. Oh wait, did I not have it on the hash cam? I didn't. Oh yeah. Whoops. This is what it's looking like, chat. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that.
Does look pretty good.
All right. Fidelity, I'm curious. First impressions. What do you think, man? I'm gonna grab this.
It's fire. It's, to me, it's lemony, sour. Like,
It burns a hole
yeah.
in your sinuses
It's-
immediately.
You know those smelling things that the
Yeah.
from Thailand.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
exactly.
If there was
exactly.
like if there was like a version of it that just like pleasant all the way up, you know, like that's exactly what it is. It's like you're fucking.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah,
the
it's
terps
just
come
fire,
through.
bro. Yeah.
The terps really come through.
And you keep wanting to go back to it. That's the thing. You know, like
Hit it,
every
hit
time
it.
you go to it, you're getting a little bit more.
I love it. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Let's get this other one up on here as well.
C4DD.
C4DD. What do you think of this?
I got it. Mic me up on camera.
Oh, we didn't get to get fully.
You're good. Oh, we're gonna dab it right now. We got to get the.
I'm so high from it too. Holy shit. That
Yeah, it
launched
hits.
me. That set me. It really did. Dabbing water hash it gets me so much higher than rosin.
It does. Yeah, in a different way. Rosin is clearer to me.
It's gonna be hard for me to stream after this. Very fucking high. Woo. So that's the C. What is it again?
C4DD,
C4DD.
This
which
one.
is chem over chem over chem, basically.
C4DD. Yeah, that's the one you're going
C4D
at now.
Right.
with chem's sister, I think.
Oh
That's
my
where I
God.
got the sour. To me, is within
No,
the
that's-
can.
Two
a different
ones.
jar.
The
I
first
see.
one was
Yeah, I
lemon
was
lime
giving that jar
sour.
a smell.
Okay.
Second one is C4D.
What's up?
There is a problem.
We're on stream. We're live on camera.
Huh?
You're live on camera.
You're live on camera.
There is a problem. I just didn't know if the problem was for the public. That's all.
Not before.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh man, God, I'm so high from that dab. It's crazy. No, I'm lit up. I am lit up. My
You're
eyes are
all,
closed.
you're all doing the dry hits, right?
Yeah, I guess I didn't even think about it, but yeah, I do the dry. The flavor is just so much more powerful. Like,
You
For
definitely
me.
get more flavor. I'm a fan of the having water in it too, but I feel like you get more
We
of an
could throw
experience
water
this
in
way. You taste it.
No, I'm fine with it here and there, but I didn't get into it yet.
it's,
Maybe yet, maybe never.
I feel like if you use a proxy, it's the easiest.
Yeah.
If you use
Yeah,
a
yeah.
proxy, a dry hit is no problem. In a peak, no
Wow.
problem. In this, that's the C4.
Wow.
I gotta
Thank
try
you.
it. Do you mind? I'm sorry. I
Oh,
don't
sure,
wanna-
try
okay.
it, try it. It's,
Fucking.
we usually really don't do much melt.
Yeah,
We
this
keep
is.
some.
Well, the last melt I saw from
I
you.
keep some. We keep some for me, for myself, because I like to dab melt, and now I kind of kept some for you because I know you always rave about our hash when we keep it in
Well,
milk.
when I saw it 2 years ago, I couldn't believe he had a jar.
I
that was
see
like-
you couldn't believe because you still the picture
2
was
years
used
later.
for hash cup.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I
Oh,
love
did
that.
they use that for the
Yeah,
hash
I love
cup?
that.
That's
I'm
sick.
quite sure. Yes.
Yeah, it was. I remember his jar so specifically because it was just a pocket cure.
Yeah.
You just had it in your
It
pocket.
was like this. It was maybe like
And
a day later or so. Then
a day
the stage
later,
of this.
an insane terp layer on top of
Yeah.
water hash, and I'm just like,
That
oh,
says a lot.
what the fuck is this? So this is I went for the C4 DD. Yeah. If you wanted to try the other one, that's the that.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't clean this.
I'm very
before.
proud of our new design now too. Like remember that
I'm
It's
gonna
cool.
the
Yeah.
picture from the the test screen on television.
I'm gonna go in on it for the chat. You feel me? Like we got to run this for y'all,
You
man.
normally don't dab this much.
Normally don't dab this much. I would have put this in an amazing hash roll though.
Oh man, I mean that lemon lime sour would have been
Wow.
amazing in a joint.
Do you notice a difference when you smoke hash rolls in like 90U full melt or
100%.
yeah?
Yeah. You know, I've always wanted to give the consumer the right spectrum. You feel me? Because I feel like 90U in a hash hole is like the full experience of it. Like I'm putting like a 0.8 in there, right? So you're smoking this throughout. You're
Of course,
tasting
of
it.
course.
It's complementing the flower. So 90U 100%. Yeah. I know a lot of brands that don't even put the best material in there. They'll be putting their food grade in there. It's so shameful. It's like such a disservice for anyone smoking hash rolls.
Just a little battery on this one.
I don't smoke so much joints anymore. But
You don't. You're mainly dabbing these days. Man. Yeah, I'm curious to see what you think of this one.
that's why I'm asking. I do smoke some hash rolls sometimes. Most flower joints just taste burnt to me. You know what I mean? The flower smells incredible, but then the taste
When
is
you
burnt.
when you only dab, I feel like it's the same thing kind of like with cigarettes and vaping, where if you like start smoking an e-cig, the smell of tobacco, it just the smell of burning. What's the name of your shop again? Can you remind me? Sorry.
Ghosty Berlin.
Ghosty.
I mean, the
Berlin.
name is Ghosty, but the Instagram handle is Ghosty Berlin.
Ghosty Berlin. Can you drop that into chat, Jeremy?
And
Ghosty
it's
Berlin.
right. It's right. Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's right next to Tribe, the lounge we were just speaking about.
Yeah, I mean the things that you're associated with between Knusper and your events and your shop, like you are killing it, bro. This melt is amazing.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Smelling it from his exhale is also nuts. Like
Yeah,
it
that's
is-
what I just said when you exhale. Oh my God,
Holy
it smells
shit!
I feel like this is really good, bro. I feel like I just
good.
squeezed
It
a
is
lemon and a
fire,
lime in my
It is
mouth. like-
fire, but we decided to discontinue because it's not a plant that you want to grow and that we want to
Lemon lime sour.
Yeah.
Oh no! Damn.
You better take another hit now.
Fuck. Well, I'm
It's
gonna.
like, it'd be like that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Some genetics just aren't worthwhile growing, you know. But they're like that's what makes
Bro.
this jar more special.
We might keep the
can't.
cut and do some time. but
Yeah,
it-
you
but
have to
it
keep the
doesn't
cut.
make sense.
Chat,
Yeah.
y'all have to go and pay double the price for this Knusper so they can keep doing this because this is special. Like, man, I wish I had a cut of this so I could grow it at home. This makes me want to grow.
We can talk about that.
I mean, I have no way. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's But this is great. And the genetics were Bloom Seed Co., right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Genetics were Bloom Seed Co. So shout out to them, man. They're fucking killing it.
100%. Didn't even have a name when we got the seeds.
It didn't have a name yet. Really?
They
Damn.
announced later that Dead Cross is lemon lime sour.
Very, very special. Thank you to you, Chris. Really appreciate your work. Fidelity, thank you for
Thank
popping
you.
back in. I
Yeah.
have to. Let me see. I gotta pull out my phone just so I can keep an eye on y'all. Okay, I could say your name, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're Adam. Adam is, man, let me think of this context to give here. So my favorite weed, I don't want to say it's the best because then it's going to be a competition.
For sure.
My favorite weed, 90% of the flower I smoke, Chad, I smoke a lot of flower. I don't want to say how much, but like probably at least a couple ounces a week. I'm still more of a hash guy, but I just get down. And this is the person's flower that I smoke. I mean, flavor after flavor, strain after strain. I was just telling your lady, like, how do you guys do the sweet tea? Something that is one of the most unique thing I've tried in a few years. And then you just like, no, we have other priorities. Like the amount of flavors you drop that are amazing and the variety of them bounce. It's just flavor after flavor after flavor. To me, this is the best not large production, but like semi-scaled, always delivering the terps grower. Hash is amazing as well.
We appreciate it.
The person who runs Archive Oregon, the front-facing, Archive, the shop that you know in Portland, the flower behind it, the archive that I went into. You guys should check out that episode, by the way, our Portland run, where we featured a lot of this. This is the dude, man. So sorry, I'm high, I'm ranting here, but like, thank you. I'm curious to know what you think so far. This is your second year here.
Second year in Berlin.
What are you thinking here of the terps or the scene?
I mean, I feel like Berlin's grown a lot since we were out here last year.
Yeah.
And just like the scene in general, the amount of people that you see again, it's starting to become, I don't like how I feel in Amsterdam or Barcelona when you're,
Sure.
It's like you see like kind of the same people. It's like you're starting to develop that kind of scene and culture around here. The same people, it's cool to see.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Have you seen any terps that like impressed you yet, or like that
I've seen a
people
little bit
doing
of
well?
hash. Like I saw a little bit of hash last night at that little pop-up party and stuff, but I haven't got to dive too much into it.
Okay,
We've been a little busy since we've been here.
That's a great segue. So I have some of the entries here from the show. Let's go through some of them, man.
Yeah, let's
I have
do
the
it.
hash cam here, so
Let's check it out.
it's dangerous. We're going to see people's hard work. We're going to see particulate.
Hey, it happens. I mean,
Even to the best of us,
For
I
sure.
feel like it
You'll
happens,
see it,
no matter
for
what. Here, dig in.
Okay.
I got a number here. This is number 12.
this is all from the hash.
This
World
is from
Cup.
the hash table,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, this smells good to me. Let's get this on camera, chat.
It's got good color.
Boom, there we go. It's looking very nice. This is number 12. Curious to know what you think of number 12.
Yeah. That's at 21.
21,
It's kinda
I
cool.
like that. All right, here's 21, chat. This
Okay.
is what it's looking like.
I like that one.
Okay, these are just two of the entries. 21 is nice too. Those are both, I would say, smokable, right?
I
wouldn't-
think 12 over the 21.
12 over the
personal.
21, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't DQ the 21.
No,
like,
not
I'd
by
still
any
give it a
means.
shot. Whoa, okay. Man, I really wonder what you're going to think of this one. Let's see. The color on this is fantastic,
Yeah,
I
it's-
think. And it's super wet, chat. Like, it's very, very wet for a cold cure. The terps are interesting, though. The terps are really I don't know what this is.
I mean, the color of it is awesome.
And it would rate, I think, decently high for me in exotic in that I'm not used to smelling that.
There's some like almost gassy note to it or something. I don't know.
I
Like
can't tell. It's very...
it's not fruity.
No.
But I like it.
It has almost, I don't want to say mothball consistency, but like, this is the other one, Chad. This is number 2 here at Hash
It's
World.
almost like motor breath kind of smell.
A little bit. I
Yeah,
get
but
like
not-
some chem, some mothball.
sure.
And all these are super clean, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the fact that the first four, there's, sorry, number 2. You know, this might have been opened already, but otherwise mostly clean. I was surprised at the other ones.
Yeah.
All right.
19's cool.
This is cool. I know this one. This is the super homie, so. Haha. I'm always proud when I can open up a jar of a friend and it's like, I don't have to cover for them. Look at this chat. This is one of my favorite hash makers in the fucking world. Colombia all day, Colombia Exotics all day. They impress the fuck out of me. I know exactly what this is. I can give you context. Look at this. Clean
Super
as
clean.
fucking hell. Grown, washed in Colombia, pheno hunted in Colombia.
That's amazing.
This is Diamond Runts.
Okay.
And in the Diamond is a sour cross that I'm not sure what the sour cross is. But I smell that in Colombia and I'm like, what the fuck? There's a touch of sour in this. Maybe this one doesn't.
It's nice. It's smooth. There is a little something besides
It won 3rd place in Ego Clash in Rosin this year. So like,
I mean,
Bro does super well.
Done really well.
Shout out to Columbia Exotics, man. That is the family.
That's pretty dope.
Let's see. Please dig around. I have a little. It's number 5. Let's see whose jar this is. Okay. You know, this is all right. Again, this for me, like, it isn't a DQ. This to me isn't the. It looks nice. It's not the most expressive in the ways that I would like. And so for me, sometimes when I smell that and there are other flavors that were like, wow, on the nose, I'm just like, all right, my lungs only can do so much work. Let's see what this is. I might have seen this brand yesterday.
I can see what you say about this.
You know, like it's not bad
No.
at all. It's just in a competition that's not going to leave the pack.
Yeah. There's definitely been some things that smelled way better.
This brand, The Hive is the brand. I can't tell if Up is the strain. I think Up is the brand and The Hive is the strain. This is pretty cool. It says a touch of banana in it.
Yeah. A faint banana.
Yep. Here's one. Who's this? One Punch Melts. One Punch Melts. I was getting like a bubble gum. This is I'm curious to know what you'll think of this. It looks pretty good. It looks better. Spider, get off me, Spider. Spider was on the light. It'd be cool if it got in the hash cam. That would have been sick. This looks super clean. The color is better on camera, chat, than it is in the jar.
A little light.
And the smell is interesting. This is a brand out of California. And that.
Papaya something.
Papaya something there. It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Papaya Punch. Yeah, I smelled this yesterday. This is a little bit more on the punchy side than the papaya side for me.
I agree.
She brought this to full maturity. You could just tell by the color. This is not something that was pulled too early. This is on the rosin side.
Yeah, it's kind of punchy.
Okay, unknown jar. I like when it's an unknown jar because then no, we already did
I
this
think
one.
we've done those.
Okay,
that
cool.
one.
I have not been keeping very good track.
I've been trying to push them
Thank
over
you.
there. Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Oh, we did that one.
Trichome Science. Okay. Trichome Science. This looks pretty fucking good. It's already crystallizing a bit and sugaring up there.
Yeah.
The smell is interesting. You'll probably know what these terps are exactly. It's a little hard for me to tell. I'll take this jar.
Yeah.
This is AI's finest selection. Okay, this looks really nice.
It's like a papaya guava something. I don't know. It's like
This one you're holding.
yeah.
Right?
I think that there was a lot of similarities. I thought in that like papaya punch, if you like, but
The papaya
besides
punch,
the
yeah.
punch side of it,
Papaya is something that
like that one, I don't know.
papaya is in the same realm as like Blue Dream for me. Of
Yeah.
like, there's been so much of it, it's just kind of lost what's special about it. There's still some great ones. I think Poochie's maybe papaya.
Yeah,
is still a good
for
one.
sure. We just did this Blue Dream cookies, Skittles, like in flour, and it took away. There's like no haze in the Blue Dream, but it's like this like candy blueberry. I'll make sure to get you some flour, but we just grew it out for the first time.
Yeah, Blue Dream is coming back in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's like kind of bred out the haze part. It's not a super potent like smoking Skittles, but like a blueberry candy version.
I love that. I love
it's
to try
pretty
it.
awesome.
I love being able to smoke large amounts of hash without getting too high.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I'm somebody, if you gave me a jar that I could polish off in an evening and just enjoy the smoke and not get overly stoned, I actually love that.
Absolutely.
Number 15, I'm going to give a little bit of criticism here. So number 15, this smells fine. I actually would not fail this on the smell. It looks, I mean, there's a little bit of particulate in there. No, there's not. That is just the shadow. Yeah, that's just the shadow.
It looks like it's a lot in a small jar.
It's a lot in a small jar. Your presentation here isn't great. And even though it looks really nice and it smells nice, you kind of, I kept this on my face the whole time. Whoops. Like, you can see that this looks nice. Again, the color's a little bit greener in person than it is on camera, but the presentation it's just not great. When you're in a competition, you want to think of exactly how somebody's going to see it, because if you look at something like this, you're just going to assume it's not great.
It's just it's a small jar. It's like
and a lot of people are going to check it out. Like, I don't think by any means you did a bad job with the hash.
You can see where the lid was touching it.
Again, it's a lessons learned. This is a new market, so like, this isn't coming from a place of like harsh judgment. It's just an easy way to win a competition is to present even better than the hash tastes and smells like.
It smells good. It's cool, but
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I would dab it. It's just something that I would judge harshly based on how I saw it at first.
Presentation.
That's kind of the game we're in. Opposed to this, right? Like, totally flat, laying down. Even if this is a little bit on the drier side, it still looks really good. Oh man, what terp is this? In my mind, I remember that as AK-47, but as a New Yorker, I think I was missold AK-47 as another strain.
I mean, it's something like that Northern Lights, like AK.
It's a very old terp. Like, this is something that's been around since I was a teenager, effectively.
Like, kind of in like a floral gassy way in a sense, but
most people, I think, don't even know what AK-47 smelled like, but it's so familiar. There's a parent here that I can't identify. Yeah. This is coming from Helado. Helado is what's on the jar. Can I show that on there? It's even too small to show. But let me show you what it looks like, chat. It's looking great. Nice color. Nice color. I'm always looking for green, right? There's not, I've seen greener things here. It could be the strain too, but it looks really, really nice. The terp is interesting. I actually would want to dab this, but I believe these are display jars. I didn't pull up the hash cam. Can you guys nudge me when I forget? Just call me out. I prefer that one there. It looks really nice. Yeah, shout out to Helados.
Yeah.
It reminds me of another time. I just know that it's almost hazy too. It reminds me of like that New York Pude a little bit. I just know dabbing this is going to ruin my evening. It has that terp profile of something that's going to just completely wipe you out and have you tired. There's a few things left, right?
Yeah, I think there's 4 left that we haven't really checked out.
Okay, cool. Berlin City Melts. Okay.
This one seems like, I don't know, a little old maybe.
When I look at the jar, I already know, like...
Yeah, or just not, like...
Okay, like, this is one I wouldn't try. I could show you guys something that, like, I would look at and be like, you know what? This is nice, but the terps aren't there.
Yeah.
You know, again, it looks really nice on the hash cam. It's just hash. You can see a little bit of particulate up there. It smells a little bit older. You know, when you're in an international competition, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for a lot of people to present. Somebody probably put in a lot of work into this.
No,
But I think there's a lot better work here today.
There,
This one was
absolutely,
cool.
I mean-
Berlin City Melts. Let me show you guys this one. This one had some terps. This is all at the Hash World Cup. I think we were lucky to see a lot of our best options first.
for
really.
sure. No, there were some good.
And at this point, I would say this was mostly great terps and presentations. So for a first in Berlin, I'm pretty happy.
Like that one I liked. It's gassy. Just different.
Oh, this is nice. This is a papaya, for sure. Here, check this out.
I mean-
It's definitely a papaya. I have to assume, right?
Yeah. Some sort of melon, papaya.
Yeah.
It smells really cool.
Cool. This is what it's looking like. This one is probably going to rank pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
Papaya does well in competitions, and if everybody here grew papaya, it's just going to rank high. You know, if that's the terps of the city, this is what it's looking like, chat. Oh. Sick. So these are some of the local terps.
Yeah,
You know? Like,
there's
it's
some
cool
good
to
ones.
see. There's some good ones. I think there's some out-of-towners here that are presenting.
sure.
I know Up is a brand here in Germany. I think these terps are pretty good. You
I
know?
like 19.
19. I know that first
Yeah.
one we smelled was.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah, 19 is probably. This is Dab
I couldn't figure it out.
Dab MX. I can't tell. Somebody went real artsy with the design. I can't tell, but this is very interesting.
It's gassier on the gassier side compared
Whoa.
to a lot of the.
Yeah, what was?
Other
Is this that
things.
first one I smelled where I couldn't tell the terps?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. Yeah, that was because this one.
I think Dab MX is a clear first place rosin winner.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean-
like, I don't know what I could say, but
I don't know. It depends on if it goes fruity.
this is my
But
definite
that-
number one pick.
You know, it depends on if it goes like
Oh,
on the
there was
fruity
another
side.
one too. Was it that one?
It was this one that was
Oh,
like
yeah.
that was like early on, maybe the first one. That
But I don't know what this is, and that draws me to it. Of like, what terps are this? This is the Dab MX one, just so you guys can see. What we're both looking at, where
It's
we're like,
12.
this feels like kind of the creme
that
de
might
la
have been
creme
the
here.
second one that we did.
It's really nice. It's a very clean jar. Presentation is great. The rosin looks amazing. The smell is off the charts too.
Yeah. That was the first one.
Is it maybe? It's not a Z boof. It's like
No,
it
I
has
don't-
citrus. It
yeah.
has gas. I really wonder what the strain is. I'd be curious to know.
Yeah.
I thought I saw Julie.
How many entries were there?
There
Do you know?
were 16 melt entries.
Okay.
24 something. I mean, there's. This is 20. I can't really tell. These are the rosin ones. Do you have a
Yeah.
lid for this?
Yeah, I got the lid for that.
So what do we have? 4. What is that? 16? 17?
Yeah. I mean, I know that some of there was 19. I don't know if the numbers were all over
I know there
the
were
place.
some
but-
that were DQ'd. Do you want to check out the hash as well?
Yeah, let's
Actually,
do it.
you know what?
You-
We have the homies here from Grateful Seeds, yeah?
Oh, nice.
We have the homies from Grateful Seeds? Yeah, they're here? Okay, great. Yeah. Let's at least pause for one of the homies and I'll do the melt with them if you don't mind.
That's
I'll show
fine,
you the
man.
box
No,
right
that's
after.
fine.
But
That's
yeah,
fine.
thank you. Yo, honestly, like my favorite thing I am smoking. If you wonder what weed I smoke, you guys have like the terps, the diversity, and I often care as much about how it smokes than the terps. I'll take some terps I don't love
For sure.
if the smoke is clean all the way through. When I post your joints, you'll see I'm posting a full fucking stack.
Totally.
It's mostly white ash. Like, it never gives a bad flavor. It tastes good to the last fucking hit. And, man, I've tried a lot of good flower out there, but consistency is key for me with flower.
I
And
appreciate it.
you guys have it. You are dialed the fuck in, so,
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, my little beanie goes off to you.
Thank you.
We get a beanie joke yet in the comments? Anyways, listen,
Well,
it's
thanks for
breathable.
having
That's
me,
why I
for
have
sure.
it. You
I
are the man,
appreciate it.
Adam,
You're too
Archive,
kind.
Oregon. Yo, stop by Archive PDX. Please tell them Jolly sent you. We love them. That is family. I was going there since before there was a YouTube channel, since before there was a Puffco Peak. I was going to this guy's store and being a patron there. So
Well, I
thank you, bro.
appreciate it. Thank you,
Love
man.
y'all.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having us on. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, thank you, G. We'll be right back. How long have we been streaming now?
About 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours?
Because we were down for the first hour.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right, damn, chat. 2.5 hours in. So again, we're here live at Hash World Cup. I mean, can you see in the background here? You probably see there's people hanging out, smoking hash. There's music playing in the background. And yeah, I'm chilling. We're gonna probably get a couple of other people. Can you hear me okay? We're gonna get a couple of other people to come on. In a few. I'm very high, Chad. I don't know what the dab count is. Chad, can you remind me what the dab count is, please? You guys probably know better than I do at this point. And we're gonna have a couple of hash makers just bring their jars by in a few. I think I might take another dab. I'm just gonna dab myself off a cliff today, but great. Gotta wipe my phone.
I walked in with judging still, but he said,
Okay, cool. We're live.
you want to see this?
We're live. This was in there before. Yeah, let's wait until they come on. Especially if it's a freshie or a fresh unsealed jar.
They don't want to go on.
They don't want to come on.
No, they don't want to told they're being.
They just want their jars. All right, so this is a jar. Let's see. Okay. This Black Pomegranate by Berlin City Melts. Let's have a look-see, chat. Oh, mind you, this is a new market, so we're gonna see some things, right? We're gonna see some things. That happens. People are still getting their stuff together. And most of this, I would say, like, the eye can't catch, and it takes a while to get to something that is absolutely perfect, but this smells good. Yeah, minus that particulate, it's looking pretty good. Yeah. Berlin City Melts.
This is legal from Amsterdam. Explain to him what it is. When he explained about the facilities, this is the rosin from it.
Okay, this is rosin from there. Okay. Okay, cool. So like we have
Made by La Colada.
made by La Colada, by Bobby. Okay.
We are collaborating now.
Damn. Do you guys? Well, I guess I should save it, but I almost just want to like bring you on. Like, all right, Pietro, just come on down. Yeah. So like I could talk about you. I could mention your name, right? It's okay. You're pretty public at this point. So like, this is let's let him get mic'd up. Give it a sec. But this is a big time
This goes
G
inside the
here,
shirt?
and also like OG, I should say. Perfect. So this is Pietro, one half of Grateful Seeds.
Hello.
The other homie is on his way now. These are two of, I think, the best and iconic geneticists in the game. Can you please just drop some of the flavors that you guys are known for the people?
Yeah, we are known for Ziad, we are known from Pineapple Madness. We have a big palette of flavor. We are really.
There's so many.
deep
What's
on
the
it.
melon one? There's a melon one that you guys had that I lost my
Yeah,
mind
we
about.
have Melon Madness. We have a bunch of cross with Fresca Melon.
You know, it's like their terps are off the chain. They're really common here in Europe. Not as common in the US, but now every year I see more and more and more breaking through. The way they understand melts and cannabis, both at scale, from design. It blew my mind when Gabriel told me, I asked him how he judges. And that's one of my questions for you later today. And he was like, I look at stock size. I care a lot. And before that, I never looked at the stalks in the melts before, period. And the way you guys approach making things for hash makers and growers to make it easy to have beautiful product is blowing my mind.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like here, let you know, we are really focused on hash production and genetic dedicated for that. So our road in the last 10 years was to collect plant can give us the right resin with the right terms. So the right resin for us short stalk, big heads, and big content of oil, and the density for square millimeter is also important for be able to understand if it's a good genetic or not, and if it's good to wash and to work with it. Also, we had big experience in big field outdoor, so where we can really see how the genetic can express. Because usually when you work with small number, you can really not understand the real expression of the line while you're working with some experience in Africa and in different places. We was able to really go deep in the expression and in the line we do, because when you have lot of seeds and we are in the middle of the field, you really understand how it's working.
Damn, well, you guys do incredible work. This is
just one
interesting jar, right? This is an interesting project of your guys.
Yeah.
And can you talk about this and what you're doing?
Yeah, we are just doing, we are providing genetics and consulting to one of the first recreational license in Europe from Q-Farm. The Dutch government is doing a little experiment, and they give license to provide the weed, malt, and all the cannabis world to the coffee shop. So the coffee shop in 5 cities, they will stop to buy from black market, and they will buy from this facility, from this license, and we are working from one of them.
So this is huge. This is like a first in Europe, right? In general, where there's going to be a facility that is actually selling to coffee shops. There's been a lot of documentaries on how coffee shops work, and it's like cannabis is legal in the coffee shop, but not outside of those doors. It creates a very complicated problem for getting cannabis into coffee shops because it's still a risky business. This solves that. This is a jar with your genetics, I'm guessing, washed by Bobby Collada, the first person I ever saw, 2021, 2022, where he made a jar of cured water hash that looked like rosin. First time I'd ever seen it in my life. Couldn't believe it wasn't rosin and it was melt. So Bobby's talented. Bobby also has other projects like the dots he made with Fran from from Turpey. So like Bobby's a really incredible, like goated hash maker. Let's check this out. This is
processed
lemon
by
papaya.
him and lemon papaya. It's a lemon shock cross to papaya cross.
The terps are off the charts. This is something again that will be hopefully one day legally available in Amsterdam.
No, it's already available in the coffee shop of 5 cities of Holland. Yeah, there are just 5 cities in all Holland where the experiment is ongoing, and in these 5 cities you can find this rosin.
And Amsterdam is one of them.
No,
Amsterdam is not one of them.
No, we have a place like Groningen, different place, different city.
No way.
But not Amsterdam for now. We will see at the end of the experiment in 4 years.
This makes me want to explore more of Holland and be like, all right, where can I go and get terps? You know, that's sick. All right, let's check this out, chat. Again, this is the work of Bobby Collada and Grateful Seeds, legally available in 5 cities in Holland. This looks really nice, man. You know, we've had a lot of jars here with particulate today. So I'm glad to see that my homies are coming through with it just absolutely, and this is all just scraped together, chat, you know, like they just dumped some in here. Sick. That's awesome, man. How do you feel about the seed game today? I know that you guys still make, you guys are still in the game of seeds, right?
No,
like,
we are full in the game of seeds. Here we are working for Q-Farm to providing them genetics and clone for production. So our focus is on that. And
historically, it's been on home grows, right? On people that are on home grows, people that are growing with something small in their apartments. They have a small amount of space. Is it changing now for like industry? How you guys develop?
Yeah, because now our first customer are the people that are growing with homegrown with 1 square meters, or our focus is for that. But for this new kind of market, like the collaboration and the consulting we are doing with Q-Pharma, we are especially selecting and developing a clone we can give to them to make in production. So for now, the seeds game is really strange now, the seeds game, because the market is overflowed of the same 4 or 5 genetics. Everything have the same blood, come from the same 4 or 5 things. So what we should make in a seeds world like that is to keep to hunt, to find new terps, to bring something new on the table. Because what I'm sad is really like the this game and the pressure of the market is pushing just few flavor, because the market is asking for that, and this is sad because we are losing really the infinity expression the cannabis can give to us.
This is actually a huge problem, Chad. So like genetic diversity in cannabis is dying. There was a game when you were coming up, it was going to new places of the world and finding land races and a chance to have a terp profile unlike anything else anyone has seen. But now in time, no matter where you go, if you're in Jamaica, if you're in Thailand,
so sad.
Squirrel tail, my favorite, landrace strain that I've tried, for sure has been pollinated at some point by plants that had some, I don't know, skunk in there or something else that wasn't the original. And it's hard in this world where genetic diversity is dying. What do you guys do to try to keep it alive now that most things are known?
No, what we try to keep is to avoid to work with the same cookie sharp genetic based, trying to preserve and to put it back some old good gems from the 90s, trying to find and save all the old goods that Europe and Dutch was famous from, no?
Yeah.
So just try to preserve it, because for luck, in Europe we still have some good gems, and not everything cookie shop based, and so we have the responsibility to preserve and to share to the consumer this, because the effort is not only about pleasure, is also about effort and therapeutic effort.
Yeah.
Also have every time the same terps in the weed make the weed boring. Also the effort are boring. We don't have
one day everything will just be Skittles, and that's what everyone will see. And then when that happens, Skittles is no longer exotic. It just, you'll want the things you miss, like
it passed with the cookie, with the gelato, with everything. No, it's like a hype. Every people cross with the same one. We improving the gem pool of cannabis. We go bottlenecked, and
you see it now in the U.S. They're back crossing with Blue Dream a lot, where they're trying to go back to older terps and re-influence what's happening today. What do you feel like are old terps that still have a chance at making a comeback?
Okay, old terps, unrefined old terps in the nowadays market cannot be, for me, they will have a hard time, because it's nowadays taste of the consumer is really different, is more complex. So what we should have to do is to bring back a different palette, different flavor, and make it acceptable for the new market, So we cannot just bring the old one and pretend they will be good for the nowadays market. This will not work.
If you made Northern Lights today, nobody would care. Nobody would care.
You have to bring some good old gen like Northern Light to work with this, and to bring something new on the table with this old gen. You cannot just pretend to save some old genetics and to push in the nowadays market because time has passed. Genetic changed,
Yeah.
taste of the people is changed, and for luck is improved because now we have, especially the European consumer, they can taste different things. Before, like when I was younger, was just few herbs, and you cannot pretend
Sure.
to, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, totally.
Now, like a 20 years old consumer have. Is more able to find different terms than when I was.
Oh,
Me,
yeah,
I
for sure.
started to grow because it was the only way
Yeah.
to find something different than the black market.
When I was young, it was you either have sour diesel or haze,
Yeah.
piff, as we would call it in New York,
Yeah.
or garbage. That's it. You can have one of those two flavors or something that just isn't very good.
Me, when I was young, North Italy was flooded of amnesia, and from we call it NLX, like this NL pressed, and the smuggler from North Italy.
Oh, brickweed.
And yeah, the
Brickweed.
brick,
That's what
but
we
it
call it
was
in the
Dutch
US, yeah.
brickweed, you
And
know.
it's funny you guys had amnesia. In where I was from, once flavors started making their way, and we had Super Silver Haze.
Yeah.
Super Silver Haze, I do. Again, I miss it. If it came back today, nobody would care. It's not.
No, especially in Europe.
You're
Especially
right.
in Europe.
It's. I guess now people are used to having terps that are rich in monoterps, and that wasn't as common, I guess, when you were younger. I'm curious. When I think about being in your shoes, I would assume you have a collection of seeds that is very old. So you can always go back in time, hopefully, and check something. I'm curious to know, like, what are the oldest seeds you have? Like, if this is something you can even say, but like,
No, we have the community is strong, so we have the responsibility to preserve some genetics. So, for example, I have a collection of early 2000 from Swiss, from the Swiss area when everything was legal. The Piero from one of the first grow shop of Lugano, through a friend, gave to me a lot of seeds from that area to try to preserve, because grower, when they become too old and they feel the responsibility to pass for no.
Yeah, of course.
Because if not, you will lose it. Also, these seeds are super well conserved, but it's also really hard to sprout it. So it's just.
and I'm guessing not all. I know how apples work, right? Is if you take an apple seed from an apple you love and you plant it, you don't get that same apple. Like, you have to graft apples, from what I understand. And I'm guessing that a lot of cannabis strains, and you guys probably breed for this, that when you're popping those seeds, it should be very reflective of what you wanted.
Yeah.
Are there some strains that aren't that? Because a thing that shocks me is how, when I was younger, sour diesel was the gassiest strain you can find. And any sour diesel today just isn't gassy.
Yeah, but this one was also depend of epigenetic switch, because for me, the people that conserve the same old clone and they cannot recognize the old weed they was smoking before, it's just because this cut and that seeds in the last 20 years, the seeds was breed and they lose the original flavor, and the cut, now everyone know, if you conserve for 30 years can change. The expression of that cut can change.
Yeah.
So it also is about the nostalgic view you have on.
Do the seeds go bad too?
Huh?
Do the seeds go bad?
No, the seeds don't go bad, but keep exactly the representation you have in mind when you were smoking that sour diesel 20, 30 years ago is not easy. There's still some good representation of sour diesel, but maybe it's not the same of what you were smoking. Even the clone, they are not the same.
Do you think we're being nostalgic? Do you think we remember them as
Also
being gassier than they were? Or like, is it just... I sometimes question myself.
For me, it's a mix of both. It's a mix because we have epigenetic drift. It's from the clone, so this is reality. And also, your perception after 20 years is different. Your memory are different, and And
I tried a
also,
lot of
after
turps
20
since then.
years, you try so much different flavor, maybe some gassier weed, and your taste and your
Yeah.
comparison is
Sure.
different than before, you know? Because
Wow.
maybe this one was one of your first representation of gas,
Yeah.
and after you find some gassier, and so now you
You're
don't
right,
consider
you're right.
gas like before.
I have plenty of jars now. I used to think we would call it triple baggers or triple seals because you'd have to take a really stinky bag of sour diesel and seal it 3 times or it would just leak. But now a lot of weed does that. A lot of weed is that gassy where as soon as you open a jar, a whole, it's not common, but it still exists. You're right. I do have some melt here from the competition. Do you want to see what's in the competition?
Yeah.
Let's see. I have okay. So this should be the melt section. Pop it open. I'm curious. So one thing I'm curious about, I never get to judge competitions near somebody like you, and I'm very curious what you look and judge by. You know, we have a hash cam here, so we can get very, very close in. But yeah, let's just start popping open jars.
Me, I want to be honest. Maybe I have different opinion than the rest because about technique, about the level of technique we reach and the quality of the melt, about color and about texture. Nowadays, I don't really care. Maybe a few years ago, when it was still new, when no one reached that level, was more important than now. For me now, with the level everyone will reach it, texture, color, and all of these, I really don't care. For me, what I really like is the terps and the flavor. Have this, you know. Should have a standard of quality, and the process should be
But how it
good.
looks matters less to you now. How it looks matters less to you now.
No, yeah, for me now yes, depends. For me, there is a standard. No, if you reach that standard, doesn't matter if it's whiter, a little bit wider than the rest. I don't care.
Got it.
When you reach the standard, for me, it's good. From that standard, I look for different things like terps, like this. When you reach that standard. So
Well, let's see what your favorite is from here. We have a peek here if you want to hit some. If you just want to check it out and eye it,
yeah, we'd
that's
love
cool
to check
too.
it out.
We have, it looks like 10 entries here for melt. I believe there are more, but maybe they just pulled the best ones for us. Let's check it out. Yeah, pick whatever you want. Let's see. This is One Punch Melts. So you don't care if it's cured. Or do you don't want to see it cured in a competition?
No, for me it depends because curing express more the terps, but sometimes it's tricky because you have to find the right time.
Yeah.
If you pass the right time of curing, you are losing terps, you're losing flavor. So I prefer cured, but cured
just a little, yeah. Just enough so it starts opening up. Yeah. I get it. Okay, let's see what you think. I don't know what, oh, this is your jar.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Check out this one, this One Punch. Okay. Let's go throw some of these on the camera too for the chat.
Yeah, for me, it's, what I can see is really grapey. I like the terp profile, nothing new.
And how would you rate this on stalk size? They look pretty short to me and small, but you know, I don't have the eye you have.
No, you can clearly see there are stalk on it.
Yeah, I see them like over here and here.
But in general, it's good. You can clearly see from here, like to there.
On the edges, chat.
There is evidence there are stalk. Also, the trichome merd are not well conserved. They are smashed, you know.
They're smashed.
Yeah.
The trichomes. Okay. Something I would never be able to tell looking directly at this is that like, and where do you see the trichome smashed? Where can I pick that up?
Because you see, it's like the cuticle, the box, close to the head of trichome is not is broken.
Everything is broken. Yeah. What are these dark spots you'll see sometimes?
That one are contaminant. You can avoid with recleaning or.
But
with
even
some,
in 99.9% heads, you'll still see these little dark spots sometimes.
yeah.
And is it a part of the trichome? Someone was told me that when the trichome breaks off, the edge can turn dark.
I cannot say that. No, can be too much different things. Maybe it's plant material contaminant, maybe it's outside contaminant, but we already see. The only problem is if you just use like screen for make it ash, you will not able to refine and to take it out. So you have to. So nowadays you have to do a step after. You have to do static on isolator for be able to take it out all of these contaminants.
Gotcha. Damn.
You cannot pretend to reach this this level of purity only with a 90 micro well washed.
And do you feel like you lose the ability to see it when you're looking at stuff like this? So this is a cured resin.
Yeah.
Now I still see some there. So when you see like that dot there, and like again, there's the little tiny ones too.
Yeah. But this one, like maybe can be because if you see, it's located on the surface, so it can be contaminant from the opening
Yeah,
of
from
the
just
jar.
opening the jar, of course. Yeah.
Because you don't see on the back of the jar.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm glad he's mentioning that. Yeah, you can kind of see it all on the outside chat. This happens. This is a display jar too, so this might have been open before. All right, let's see some others. I'm curious. Yeah, please pick. I'm very curious to see what you'll pick as your favorite in all of these. I'll check them after you.
Yeah.
So this is Trichome Science. This is cured already. I don't know. This is looking pretty nice to me.
Yeah.
Very clean. It's on a black background, so.
Yeah, there is just a few.
Wow. This is
way cleaner.
Very clean melt. Trichome Science Cannabis Company. Let's see what the terps are like, but I am impressed on looks. It's got terps.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And about this is well cured, a little bit dry, so good terps. Some cookie kush based.
Whoa. It reminds me of something I smoked 15 years ago, which is why I said, whoa. Check this out, John.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that
There's
is.
still some contaminant,
Yeah,
but it's
I see a
way
little-
cleaner. The texture is really waxy, you know.
Yeah, there's some plant material there. Again, this is hard to tell if it came after.
Yeah, we cannot judge from that.
But this is cured. This is what a cured resin should look like. It looks rich in terpenes.
The color is amazing.
Yeah. Okay. And this is coming from Baba Extracts. Baba Extracts. Okay. I'm putting my little favorites in there.
Well, this one for sure is some Rainbow Belt cross.
Okay, can't tell the name of this brand. Is it
Something like
H?
that.
Is it something 7?
I like because it's gassy.
Oh, wow.
It's
So this
wet.
is,
you
you know,
see how much,
yeah.
how much is wetter than the.
When it comes to so this is a cured resin, but when it comes to melt, like you said with color, you can't judge it. Yeah, is this brown? But this smells amazing. The terps are off the charts on this one, Chad. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is melt, right?
Yeah.
So this is just rich in terps.
It's greasy, huh?
Super greasy, sturdy. This is probably the most perfect cure for a competition.
Exactly.
If this is how you're presenting, you are really presenting it for its flavor and experience more than anything else.
I cannot judge at the best for color, but for greasiness, terps, and all the
Well,
rest.
I
is
always say
amazing.
if I was in a
I don't care. Like I tell you before, I don't really.
if I was in a fruit judging competition, do you want a green banana or an unripe banana? How can you judge? So if it has maybe a brown spot or two, but it is the perfect ripeness for you to experience, that to me is what a competition should be about. This is heavy on the belt smell. Smells great. This is I'm just putting our favorites to the side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
please pick another one. I'm enjoying just seeing what you think.
Strange presentation.
Okay, that is a strange presentation. Is it a strange? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah. Interesting in.
Let's put this on the. I guess it's I don't even know what color this is. What am I looking at?
Yeah.
This is a very interesting color, chat. You know, it came on a piece of paper in a jar. I don't
know.
I don't know what's happening here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not. It's just seeing a spectrum of color. Like,
Yeah. Also, when you.
it looked black when you opened it. Like it looks black to the eye.
On the micro, less.
Yeah. You know, people are trying, man. People put in hard work.
No.
Please keep going.
So let's try. Good presentation, fresh, no cured.
Ooh. So this is, I would say, the typical way you would see people present usually. They dropped it down. It's a little bit melted.
Yeah,
I
it's
like to
just melted.
I like to see it cured a little bit more than this. But it has terps. It's still coming through. This is probably going to look really nice on the hash cam. Okay.
Here you can clearly see the stacks.
Here it's a sea of stalks. Yeah. So I see this. I never really judged it for that, but this is what leads to all the leftover char in a bowl, right? So the less of this you see, the more it's going to clean up.
Exactly. The goal is to take it out all of this stack and to collect only ads. So when you see this, usually not the best, you know, because maybe the level of destruction was not at the.
Yeah.
But the color, the melt is good.
The melt looks clean. It's why I think if you cure it more, you can hide the stalks at least and get the flavor to lead. I mean, melt is a very interesting category to judge. Yeah, please, 3 left.
Yeah.
There's Jacques. It's okay. It's Jacques. I know.
Exactly.
It's okay. We got the La Colada boys. It's okay. It's okay. No, stop. It's okay. It's okay.
This one also is a Z cross. Looks good. Have a good color.
Whoa.
Just melted.
I'd like to see it again a day or two later, and this might be number 1. Even a day later in the pocket, this would be number 1. Let's look at this on camera. The terps on this are really good.
It's well done.
Wow.
It's well done.
Whoa, look at this.
Just cured a little bit, like you say, will be fire when you open the.
Look at the stalks in there, though, chat. You don't really see. They're tiny.
Yeah.
They're very, very small.
You can clearly see all that's around it with just a few stars. Completely different than the sample before.
Yeah.
But this is strain dependent.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
this is where your work matters,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
The extractor can do his best, but if you have a stack, they can go out easy, and or a big stack, you cannot.
Just get it mic'd up.
Hey.
Sorry. What's up, my bro? Who's that? Let's say hi. This is the other half of Grateful Seeds. What's up, bro?
How's it going?
Doing well. They'll get you a mic in a second. Let's pop over.
Che dici? Hai visto? Oh, questa avevo.
Let's see. We're looking at some melt. We're just checking this out right
Just
here.
checking some jar.
Want to slide this on real quick? Just put this under your.
What?
Oh, there you go, brother. Boom.
The stalk size is pretty small.
Yeah.
Again, something I learned from this dude right here. When I asked him how he judges, and he told me that that's his first thing.
Yeah, we
It
was
kind of
talking
blew
about
my
the
mind.
stack.
Yeah.
When, and about the genetics.
Yeah. And do you have any clue what it is when you see these dark little spots in here? What part of
Sometimes I believe it can be soil,
Anything.
the main
Wow.
part.
Wow. I always, people ask me that sometimes, and I'm like, I don't have an answer. So I'm glad that even you guys are like,
No, you cannot determine it. It
Yeah,
can
no,
be-
no, it's
it can be
impossible to
from,
do.
it's impossible to make 100% clean. Yeah, it makes sense.
But for sure, if your plant was in the same room with some soil, with the soil,
Yeah.
something that fly, dust, can be everything that get attached on your trigons.
This is a good one. These are some other ones that I think we've enjoyed.
And we prefer a little contaminant than the sterile salts, you know.
Yeah,
We prefer
yeah,
a little
yeah.
contaminant from a good grow soil than from a salty, sterile rock,
Gotcha.
block, you know.
Can you
So-
can you see that when you're looking at something?
No, when you smoke it, yes.
You smoke it,
When
yeah.
you smoke it, yes.
Is it how would you identify something that's grown with heavy salt use? Is it just harsher?
No, cioè, you can also the feeling you have, the harshness, if you know the genetic, the type of expression, you can clearly determine if it's grown by salts, rock, or on cocoa, or if it's grown organic.
Okay.
Also, the greasiness of the resin.
Yeah, the final
How
greasiness of the
greasy
resin depends a lot of the.
So this is the rest
Style
of the
of
jars. Let's speed run this. I'm gonna just put this right here.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna put this here. Check them out. I'm curious to know what both of your picks are. What do you think is the best here? You guys can pick this up pretty easily. It's a handful of jars. This one is.
Let's do it.
If you need to dab it, dab it. I'm curious. There's one I haven't seen. It might be this one. Whoa. Oh my God. Whoa.
Questo è un po' di Marocco.
Again, this person presented horribly in another category, but this is interesting. It's melt.
Doesn't look mad, but let me check.
The smell is interesting.
Yeah.
Ti è già attaccato tutta la barba.
Yeah. Yeah, it's filled. It's filled, huh? It's full.
It looks like it's THCA.
Yeah, it looks like TCA clones. It is super dry, but looks pure. Let's put on the.
You want to hit it?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
no, just to
on
have
the
a
hash
look.
can. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's super pure.
No,
It
this
looks
is
something else. I don't know if I can say it.
This looks like something else. This looks like that yakaroni.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, bro.
Yeah, this does not look like melt to me. Yo, Admin, can you get Juliana? Can you get Juliana? Yeah. I'm curious.
Ultra cured,
Is this
static,
THCA? How are they?
I don't think it's
No,
THCA.
it's
It
not
looks
THCA.
like, but the
Looks like.
texture is like.
But so, Chad, what we're looking at is a white powder smashed into a jar. It's not greasing at all. Do we have a piece of parchment? Do we have a piece of parchment? Shit. I want to press it. Obviously, that's the
To
easiest
see
way
if
to
it's
tell. But
melts.
it's not that we're going to use it. But even here, I mean, I could take a little bit from the side. Yeah.
Can we
be
put a bit
ultra
here?
cured static,
Oh yeah.
so you can
Put
clearly
just
see how it melts.
and melt. Let's see if melt. How it melt.
I could show this. We could show this on the hash cam actually.
Yeah.
Trying to understand this mystery substance, chat. All right, here we go.
Melt test.
It melts immediately.
Looks ultra clean. To me, can be a static,
Static
cured,
ice.
static isolated, ultra cured. A little bit dry for my taste, but looks super pure.
It's super
If it's
clean.
not other things.
This is such a weird one.
Yeah.
I don't under. I mean, it melts easy.
You can clearly
Does it
see
smell
the-
like cheese when you smelled it?
No.
See, a bit cheesy smell, eh?
Yeah, but it's not cheese.
No,
it's not
cheese, but
cheese.
Yeah.
But like cheese is a
Cheesy
natural
flavor,
cheese. Yeah. What do you think this is? This is very weird. I mean, if this is melt,
Sembra quelle cose waxate di CBD, di DHO così.
I cannot say, but it's super pure. If it's a real, if it's clean like that without passing by the spin, chapeau. It's
I
good.
mean,
Cheesy is cheesy.
but how? How does? I guess it's cured. I'm so confused. Cheese is cheese, you said?
Cheesy.
You're right. It might be a little warm.
You see this one? Look. Look this corner. Looks like a crystal.
This is a very unique jar. I can't.
It looks like some DHO powder when it's like.
Oh, this
waxy.
is DHO, exactly.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Looks
this
like.
is the
Looks
melt.
like.
This is the melt box.
Yeah, but it looks some of this powder that was running around like 8 years ago, 7 years ago when
For
people was
sure.
fucking around with the DHO.
I don't really say the terms is really nothing special to me.
The terps aren't special to you. To me, they're interesting. I like something that smells nasty.
Yeah,
It smells
no, but
nasty.
it's not even nasty. It's not like a funky
Yeah, but
rotten,
it's-
Not
funky
bad.
cheesy.
It smells like blue cheese. It smells.
Yeah, some dead cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's nasty in a way that I think you have to have.
Senti il pene.
The terms of these we already talked about.
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna see what your
Give it
favorite
around
is.
to the other guys.
Number 5. What the fuck is number 5? What a weird one. Oh, this one is not bad.
Questo c'ha l'acqua dentro.
Yeah.
Ah, di cosa? Di righi. One punch.
Chat saying anything worth hearing, Lodi? Chat.
Piattellone.
You guys don't have to agree on your number 1 pick. I'm curious what it is.
For the smell. Texture.
Cioè, the
Yeah, it's
greasiness
cool,
and the
it's
smell,
greasiness.
yeah.
The color is maybe it's not on point for sure.
So you chose this, but I think it's interesting because I think in the U.S. they would have made a different choice.
Yeah, for sure.
In the U.S., this is their number 1 pick. Now this is like a perfect cure. It's Rainbow Beltsy.
Yeah.
Terps are off the charts. He just mixed this, right? This was just curing.
The only bad thing is not exotic anymore, but the terms
It's
are
not,
still,
yeah.
fire.
The Rainbow Belts is normal. Juliana, we need your perspective here. Hold on. We have
Ooh.
Juliana Cha-Cha.
we have a jar that is in the melt category
Yes.
that is very weird.
Okay, show me.
It needs your attention. We're curious.
Oh, seems like THCA.
That's
say
the first
this.
thing. First
We
thing
say
they
this.
said.
Agree with my friends.
Yeah.
Yes, this we didn't run it because I think that THC
No, maybe
But-
something different, but
Well,
let's check
bet-
it.
looks better in the big jar. I think that the mistake that did was put so much and press
Yeah.
for trying to put, and this that looks bad. But let's do something. Let me bring the big jar. That looks
Okay.
much different.
Still, I mean, this is like how this is melt.
This is water hush. This is water
How? I've just never. I've only seen dried BHO, or maybe
Wait, this
dried
next-
rosin look like
Anche
this.
adesso è una categoria del BHO.
I've never seen
No?
any melt look like this ever.
Yes,
Yeah, if you could bring a jar, I'm just
of
curious.
course. No,
The
in the
smell,
jar.
smell it.
In the,
I
in-
like the smell.
In
Again,
the jar
I
looks
describe the
much,
smell.
in the big jar looks much better. You can see all tricon, not all, but looks better.
You can see the trichomes.
Yes, bring.
Okay.
Just wait.
All right. Let's see this. All right. So this was their number. Can I get a number 2 and a number 3 from you guys? Just your personal.
Okay.
I feel like. So chat. This was the number 1 again. This is a perfect cure.
It's just for looking, guys, because we should smoke everything.
If you want to smoke it, it's here.
No,
That's,
it's just our first
yeah.
impression.
First
from
impressions.
opening
Yeah.
jars.
That's a fair disclaimer. Sometimes you'll have something that smells amazing, and the terps just don't come through. But
Yeah, so you know.
for something like this, it's really nice.
Yeah.
All right, so number 1, it's this brand, chat. I don't know what brand this is.
Senti questo.
To me, is a good representation. Is a little bit too dry,
Yeah.
and the terps are not exotic at all, but good color. The curing also, for me, like I tell you in the first, the curing is really dangerous when you enter in a cup. If you don't do
Sure.
at this perfect moment, you make.
I mean, that dude did it. This brand right here. I wish. Alto
Jardin.
Jardin. Do you know them?
Alto Jardin, yeah,
Alto
yeah.
Jardin. Okay, Alto Jardin. This is the pick.
Try concise also look really good. Just don't like the terps, but it's well done.
This is pretty well done. Can I put it 1 second in here?
Yeah, let's do it. This is what we're looking at, chat.
Yeah. It's pretty clean. The skewer is not too dry. Doesn't smell that much.
I'm still so curious about this. The smell is crazy to me. I'm surprised you don't like it. At least from it's very different.
Yeah, it's very different, but it's not loud enough for me.
It's intense for sure. Huh?
Yeah, it smells like
It's not
if somebody
super loud.
if somebody vomited in a library. the next
Yeah,
day, the next day is what it smells like old books and I don't know.
Some
again,
rotten
it's
fluids.
a rotten smell.
Rotten
It is a
fluids.
rotten smell.
Yeah, rotten.
But I like
Funky, rotten.
I like it. I'm curious. Okay, so second, what do you guys think is second?
If this is legit, for sure, second place.
If this is legit, yeah. Wow, that's big. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, if this is
It's
legit.
a wonderful work. There is
No,
no.
it's super pure.
How is it that
The
clean?
cleanest things.
Yeah.
How is it that clean? This is the
No, it's static.
It's static can be.
It's the only things
Static,
you can do to clean
fresh frozen
the
can do.
material
Still,
at this point. Is
I
the
mean, I'm
static.
gonna get a jar of this.
Me too.
If it's not BHO, I'm gonna get a jar of this. It's kind of crazy. I mean, Julie would never let that happen. So, really interesting one. This is a terp most people would not want. Okay, and then number 3.
Number 3.
Io spingerò più per questo. È un po' più interessante il terpene, la resina si vede un po' più grassa. A bit more interest on the terps in
No,
my
it's
opinion.
sweet and grapes, but it's what we already see a lot of time.
It's a bit more greasy.
It's good. What does this have? Punch in it or something? Permanence. I don't know what that is.
What's this?
Okay, here we
name?
go. You're sure this is milk? This is gray. Wait, how? No.
Yeah.
This is hash.
Yeah, this is
No, so
this
do
is
you have
static.
some light?
Do we have some light? We have.
Lighter.
I'm curious too.
Let's see.
This is static cured water ash. I tell you.
Yes,
This
it's
is a
cured
clear contaminant from outside, maybe,
Yeah, people have opened this.
but it's super pure.
But is this? How can you tell this is water hash? Julie, how can we tell it's water hash?
Because the way that melts.
Yeah, there is no stack. We have to.
Yes, maybe in this format is just a curious format, but then when you burn, when you smoke, just do it one that.
You think
it's
it-
going to melt.
You think it's safe? We saw it melt. Do you think it's safe to dab?
Yes. Yes, they already tried all of them. And not, for example, what happened before is the entry that I most like was the Q. That was this that I showed you, the 14, remember?
Oh wow,
Was
yeah.
the Q because of the microscopic they say.
I
they
haven't seen that in here.
I bring it. They say that it's full of moths.
Full of mold?
And they was the Q in front of everyone.
Oh no.
Yeah. Microscope bring this to another level. Sì, no, ciao.
I don't
Ci
know.
rovina tutti. Quasi quasi
Oh,
che neanche
no.
mi piace.
Okay. I have to take this dab first. I guess I gotta back to back it. Alright.
Yo también pensaba que era THCA.
I need to
Io
try
seguo
it.
direi
Now you can feel it better.
the smell.
I'm kind of curious to know which.
It's two different color on every piece. So
Two
it
different
looks like
colors.
was a bit of water sitting in there, maybe, and was a bit different.
This was DQ'd, she said. Julie, was this one DQ'd?
No.
The DQ was the other jar that I showed you.
Sorry, I'm blowing smoke. That's the Knusper Chem. Oh my god. My eyes are bleeding.
Vedi che c'è sti pallini più bianchi.
What?
Delle parti sono più bianche.
Don't look at me type shit. Julie, is this safe to dab, you think?
Just do it.
I'm down to
I
try.
will dab with you.
Un po' a face one.
Yeah.
If he's fucked up, we fucked up all together.
All right, we're in this together. Fuck it.
How was the result? The residuo del result? Non mi sa.
Non c'è residuo.
Ah, it's too late.
Pulitissimo.
Cioè, it's extra clean. Oh, wow.
Whoa. That doesn't taste anything like it smells. And that's
Tastes
usually,
good or not?
it almost has like vanilla
No?
note.
No.
Yeah.
So I don't
Vanilla,
like
can
that.
yeah.
It has vanilla. That's what I love when I smell a rotten flavor, is it never tastes like what it smells like. It's never rotten. But that has like these weird vanilla terps.
Yeah, it's less rotten than the
Yeah.
smell.
Sweeter for sure.
But it's clean.
Wow.
Nice.
Who is that?
I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
Go check.
Wow, that is,
Killer, no?
Yeah, super pure.
I'm shocked. I can't believe, I mean, let's see if we can at least look at the remainder on camera. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Bro, I just, how is that water hash?
Yeah, okay.
I don't, that's the part that's confusing. I just don't, like water hash always has.
That's more peaks here than in the jar. Strange, no?
I mean,
No, because you can clearly see now after everything is evaporated.
maybe this is the leftover from the last dab I had.
Yeah.
Also.
It could have, this easily could be, I mean, how could you do that without it being at least rosin?
If you cure it good, you whip it good, and you do a really clear product, maybe you cannot see the spikes and the head like we see in the other sample.
Wow. This is so impressive.
Yeah.
It was a great dab too.
Yeah.
Imagine we're all just dabbing BHO. We could, I mean, if you're sitting here saying this water hash could be BHO, that's like the highest compliment. You know, like I would hope. It could also be really bad, but it's hard to do.
I'm curious to.
I'm
Well,
curious
boys-
to know who
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, well,
And the strain, too.
Julie will bring them over in a sec. Your second was maybe this one. What about your third?
I pick this one.
Also, this one is not bad.
Però c'è un po' di odorino di acqua.
It's too early. Too early.
So this is their number 3 from
Yeah.
One Punch. Maybe we can get in closer too.
Yeah. There's some space.
Can also zoom in here. I mean, it looks nice. It's still got terps in there. It's not fully dried out. It looks a little drier to the eye. And that's their third, is One Punch Melts. Number 5, I'm curious to know who it is. That's Here's the big jar again. I just can't believe that this is water hash. Like, this does not look like any water hash that I've ever seen in all my years.
Too clear.
Too clean.
Island Pharmacy or Pharmacy Island.
Island Pharmacy.
Ah, you know them. Yes, I know them. I'm sorry that I'm
You
saying
know
wrong.
them.
Yeah, we know them.
And they wouldn't lie. Probably not. Maybe not. Let's see.
They masterize the cleaning process a lot.
I just don't understand how this could be. If it was rosin, I'd 100% believe it. That's easy to believe. Especially for how it melts. It melts like rosin.
Exactly.
Yeah, this has to be rosin, Joe.
And have you seen the difference between all the other samples?
Yeah. It has to be rosin.
No.
There's no way. It's too clean.
Yeah.
Ya lo han tallado en Van. They did in Banger before. We already had the discussion with everyone there.
I mean,
Chapeau. If he's
yeah. I know people watching
We
probably
can
don't
ask them, but the reality is, there is a scope. There is a lot of people there that they did it. Banger, Slurper, and Cash.
And they're here. They're a German brand?
No.
No, Spain.
No,
Spain.
yes.
Spain.
Yes, they have to be in there.
Fuck. All right. Well, that's their second. That might be first place for me, but I'm in denial that it's melt.
No, there. This is interesting, but there is more fire in there.
How, like,
There is one or two that, in my opinion, they are the first or second place in the net. Where are you?
this is it. This is the melt selection.
Okay, because not everyone bring the small jar. But oh wait, I wanted to bring all the big jars. Now they are free.
Sure, I mean, they're probably all used and looking nasty and stuff, but you can. I'm in disbelief. That's crazy. I think it has to be rosin. You guys think it's rosin too, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Can be. Can be. Also, the flavor is super
Now I
intense.
smell the vanilla in there. Now that it's in my mind.
Yeah,
it's
because
a bit
after
more
you
vanilla.
smoke it, now you
Yeah.
can recognize it in the smell.
Well, when you first smelled it, it was like rotten cheese, just nasty. I love that. That's something I actually enjoy. Damn. Damn. Very cool. All right.
Very good job.
I don't know if we have to wait for her to bring the big jars, but sweet boys, thank you. Any projects that you want to talk about? Any things that you're working on? I know we already talked about what's going on in Holland, in the Netherlands. That's exciting. Especially 5 cities that can out. This is your first recreational work.
Yeah.
It's a big moment for you guys. I mean, you're going to be a part of the future of European cannabis.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day back to Italy, I fucking hope, where you can actually have recreational there.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe in 20, 40
I was
years.
gonna
40
say,
years maybe.
maybe around retirement age.
Yeah.
Finally, we'll be able to buy it. But thank you guys. Like I said, I respect your work.
Yo, what's up, live stream? My first time. I never thought it would be in Berlin, but we are. I'm about to take a big fat glob, just waiting for it to heat up. But yeah, bless Puffco, bless everything today. It's just been a blessed day. All right, ready? I'm Dr. First, and this is why my body's full of terps. Signing out.
Okay, cool. We're live? All right. We are live, chat. All right. Thank you, Dr. Terps. Giving me a quick second to take a break. Upping the dab count. Is the dab count a 10? It's probably not a 10. It's got to be around there, right? I mean, we were going in hard earlier. All right. Pioneer Farms. I've seen this brand around a bunch. This is their Zazul. It smells really nice. Great terps. Check it out on camera. Hasn't been opened. 0 particulate. I don't see anything that is catching the eye. This is a super clean jar. I love when I'm able to pop open a jar and just see this. It takes a lot of work to be able to make something that doesn't have anything in it. Great job, Pioneer Farms.
Show the top.
The top of the, you can't really see it. It's too big. But this is Pioneer Farms. If you see this logo, you guys are gonna have to use your imaginations to complete the image. This is what it's looking like. Yeah. Oh wait, I wasn't showing it on camera. That's what the logo is looking like. Yeah. Sick. It smells great. It smells great. Can I rip a dab of it? Yeah? All right.
They use that one as a collaboration with Turks Army in Spanish.
Okay, cool. Rip a little dabski, something light, little 0.15er, you know, nothing crazy. This is the final countdown. Thank you, Dr. Terps. Appreciate you very much. You guys seen him? I once called him who's that British actor? Tom Hardy. I was like, bro, you're hash game Tom Hardy. He's like, Tom Hardy's tiny, bro. What are you trying to say? Bros, you know.
Timu Hardy.
Nah, you're a big man. Tom Hardy doesn't want it with you, I don't think. You're a big guy. He's a big guy, bro. Look at a jar in bro's hand. It looks like a level-heady piece in bro's hand. Yeah. Nah, he is all love for sure. Let me try this Azul. And then we got one last special jar, a little collab from our friends. Great terps. Yeah, it's awesome. Great job, Pioneer Farms.
Daybreak plug real quick.
Yeah, by the way, Daybreak is out, chat. We haven't really even had a chance to talk about it, us, right? Because last time you saw me, I was in the US, and this wasn't out. And today's really been all about the jar check, but this is out now. You can cop one on puffco.com today. If you're watching in Germany, guess what? We ship from the EU. So it's going to be here pretty quick. So wherever you're watching from, whether it's the EU or the US, definitely not Australia because I think we can't ship there, but places we ship to, you should be able to get one right now. You'll get it next week. SMS this week. Got it. And you got this piece right here, the travel top. There's some dice somewhere in this world of Daybreaks. I'm not promoting this very well. But they're out. They're fire. We put a lot of work in. I mean, I really want to save this run on back, so like I'll lean into it on back. But this is one of those where we haven't done something like this since The Guardian. It's been a minute. We found that when we do things like this, it's a really high investment from Puffco. Typically, not everybody loves one of these designs. And so it's hard for us to make, it's expensive for us to make, so we don't do it often. And we really tried to make a crowd pleaser with this one. The glass itself is amazing, especially with like this. I could do it. I could probably do this exactly with the other one. This thing is strong, man. This, you know, I don't think it'll crack. I mean, it'll just, I guess, fall off. Try to hit it that with somebody, but super strong. Not that all of our glass is strong, but the blow molding that we've done here is absolutely beautiful. The crushed opal on the inside, the color gradient on the band, gold 3D XL, gold band around the top, gold bow tie. I'm gonna start calling this the bow tie. Little gold bow tie on it. Red silicone. Y'all bullied me into red. All right, the chat. This has been the internet comments creation of give us a red peak. We're not just going to give you a straight red peak. We're going to try to do something that can appeal to more people than that. But this is it. This is the one. So available now to SMS subscribers. SMS only. Next week, available to everyone else. And let's check out this last special jar I have. This is coming from Static Room. Very special group of people. You guys have seen our Static episode. If not, please check it out. And this is cured resin they're making from that. This is also a Frosty collab. This looks and smells incredible, chat. The terps are off the fucking charts. I'm curious to see what the Grateful Seed boys would think of this, because this is lovely. I'm going to beg them for a bit. This is cured resin. This is going to smoke really well. You might want to put this into a joint. You might want to put it into a spliff. But you know what? Since we're here, why not try to dab it? Why not just add a little bit to the dab count? I'm not sure if chat is... They didn't tell me I could do this, so I hope they're not pissed. But I'm going to dab it. Now, I found that Sift... I feel like Sift dabs typically a little bit on the harsher side, which is why it's better as a smoke. But they're using really great materials. So let's just give this a shot. Again, I didn't intend to dab this. I really want it so I could throw it into a joint.
Yo, look who just came in.
I can't see.
Oh, man.
Who? Oh. Oh, man. Sick. Am I on face? Yeah. Alright. Sorry, chat. I'm trying to clean this up from the last one because I don't want to judge theirs for remnants that aren't theirs. This is when ISO would be really helpful. I mean, this is my peak chat, so I'm going to do the hack that I wouldn't do on camera. This is kind of the hack. You shouldn't do this if, like, it's a peak you're sharing, but don't use my shit. Just need a little bit of moisture in that Q-tip. Boom. What? That's what I'm saying, bro. Don't use that. Don't use that. I licked it. I licked the insides of it. Nah, bro. You can't get it. All right. Let's do this on blue. I really want to go in low. When it's dry sift, I am typically going, you know, as low as I can. I'm being very careful with it. Today was fun. A lot of guests today. Random guests too. That was organic, chat. That was just the people that were here. We weren't like planning. I mean, we planned for some people to be here, but that's nice. I'm glad I went low. Like I said, static sift, there's something about it I can't identify, because why would a trichome separated through static in a dry mechanical way be different than, even though the water is also mechanical, be different than a water separated trichome? I'm not sure. The static to me, it's always better in a smoke. I would say that's true for this, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with it when I'm off stream, is I'm going to take some of that and I'm going to throw it into a joint and enjoy it as it's historically been smoked. That's about it for us, I think. The room is filling out. The gang is here. The evening is here. I think we've been doing this for quite a few hours. Gang needs a break. So yeah, chat, thank you for joining us all the way in Berlin. I hope that you appreciate these shows across the globe. Come say hi. I'm saying bye, so. Nobody's here right now. Yeah, we're just doing your sift. And
that's the static?
Yeah.
Hell
oh,
yeah.
we don't need to. I'm done. You're not extending me for nothing. I appreciate. I'm 3.5 hours in, but
I bet.
I'll look at. You have a jar to show. We'll show the jar.
Whatever. Skittles around the world. The Skittles around the world, dog.
Here's some Skittles. I don't know, bud. You got a little bit of something. There's a little dot in there.
Yeah.
It's
Spanish made.
You know, that happens. It's a thing that happens. Otherwise, looking beautiful, smelling beautiful.
Hell yeah. I actually got one of these cameras to inspect the jars right before they went out. Every single one goes under it.
Man, it's tough. It's tough. I've seen it. We've seen a lot today. That was very, very clean, except for that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. The one, like, tiny hair that might have come from a big jar. Who knows?
Exactly. It could have came from me smelling it before I put it in. Anyways, chat, I'm done. Thank you for joining us all the way in Berlin. We will see you in the future sometime. I don't know, again.